Now, the reason why you haven't gone free already is the fear of dying. You put all these programs in for survival, and you do feel, if I let go of these programs, I'll be dead. The truth is the exact opposite. As long as you're encased in a physical straitjacket, you could not be deader. But this you discover when you get out of the straitjacket. You might choose to move into a subtle body, the astral body, which is made up of substance, but much finer than anything in our physical world, and which will travel by mere thought, which doesn't have to be fed, which is something like the bodies you see in cartoons. You know, they squash them down flat and they bounce right back. Because in your astral body, you're in the realm of thought only, not thought making physical as much as just thought only. And whatever you think is immediately. And if you choose to work with the rest of people, that's the avenue that most of the great ones have taken. They leave the physical, they move off into the astral realm, and they help and guide us from the astral realm because there's no limitation there. Jesus, who dedicated himself to everyone, could right now talk to everyone if everyone wanted him to talk to them and could accept it. But in the physical body, he's extremely limited. On the other side, the limitations are gone. So the majority of those who go free work from the other side. And it's a team. It's an organization without any organization. And there's no highs, lows. They're all together. They've dedicated themselves to helping and guiding the evolution of this planet. I'm telling you this for one reason, being that in the near future, life is going to become more and more difficult. We subconsciously knock out all our props, smartly so we have to rely upon ourselves. When your jobs are gone, your supermarkets are gone, the air can't be, I don't want to go too far down that way, but things are going to happen where you'll put yourself in a position where you'll survive just by knowing I am. That everything out there is an out-picturing of my mind. And if I don't like the picture, I can change it just like that. Now, what happens if somebody pictures catastrophe and I picture harmony? And we're standing side by side. And that one who's picturing catastrophe pulls in a hydrogen bomb explosion nearby. What would happen?
You'd watch him disintegrate.
No, it wouldn't touch me if I'm in harmony. I don't even see it. It's not there for me. I used to think in New York City that every time I went down the West Side Highway at high speed and there's a whole traffic jam up ahead, that they opened up. And I went through. And I was convinced somehow they always opened up a way for me. It was only a week or two ago, I was talking to Virginia about it. I said, oh my gosh, that doesn't happen. How could a half a mile long of traffic suddenly open up? It's only a 2 or some places 3-lane highway, the West Side Highway. I said, what happened there? And I began remembering. Sure enough, they opened up and I went through. But that was my picture. Their picture was all jammed, so I must have gone right through them. That was my picture. So if someone's alongside me pulling in a hydrogen bomb, and I don't see it, there is no hydrogen bomb. It can't touch me. It's not my picture. I hope you're beginning to see that there's nothing out there but your picture.
You say, I think that we don't all live in the same reality, that we each, like the study that we're sharing the experience of reality.
We think. We think we're seeing the same thing. I always bring out an accident. 5 people watching it intently come out with 5 different reports. And each one would swear by the Bible. They saw it.
You're saying the whole thing is give us a big, the whole thing for ourselves, not necessarily sharing the same night.
Right. Yet there's certain agreements you pick. You and Howard get together and picture having children in common. And when you look at the children, you think he sees the same thing, but he doesn't. He sees what he sees, you see what you see. You see your picture. But there are certain agreements to varying degrees. And we have picked certain agreements, like if we raise the temperature of the physical body 10 degrees, it dies. What a dumb agreement. We'll drink coffee or tea more than 10 degrees hotter than we are. It doesn't kill us. But if the temperature of the body goes up 10 degrees, we die. It's just a program. This is how far we've gone in our stupidity. We need oxygen. We, eternal beings, need oxygen in order to survive. Only if that's your program. By releasing approval, control, security, you let go of those programs of needing oxygen, needing food. It was never meant that we take other life and rot it inside of ourselves to stay alive. And this gorgeous thing we have that we spend almost our total time in keeping up is a garbage-producing machine. Take your attention away from the body. Give it its just due. Stay away from these programs of vitamin A, then you get B, then C, then D, then X, Y, Z, then I'll have A, B, B in time. Can't you see it's always changing your diet? They're always changing. They don't know. The problem is food. Don't eat. Take your energy directly. You're doing it anyway, but unconsciously thinking you're getting it from the food. But there's only one energy. It's cosmic energy. Whether you call it food or gasoline. Think in the directions of getting it directly until you experience it. And then you can cut out food. air and never die. Now, releasing these programs is simply undoing ego programs. Ego is the sum total of our programs. And there's an expression, when the ego is zero, God is all. When there is no more ego, we identify with our beingness only. What the world calls God is the infinite beingness of the universe. If we have beingness, we're part of that. When you identify with it, you discover you're the totality of it. Now, wrongly thinking you're one infinitesimal part of it. You're like an ocean, imagining a circle around you, calling yourself a drop and saying, I'm a drop, I'm not the ocean. But when you take that bondage of that circle and get rid of it, you discover you're the ocean. And this is what happens when you rid yourself of all your programs.